Hello, Misfit. How are you? We're going to law school today again. Did you hear about Walter? I don't think so. I saw that he, Thank you for the sub, Cats. Thank you. How are you doing today? I saw that he got shot up at PD, but besides that, I have no idea. Not that? Okay. I have to work on sub badges. That's on the long list of things I have to do. I think I'm gonna take most of tomorrow off to work on all of the art stuff that I have to do. You and your gang shot Jenkins? Interesting, interesting. Was this after the protest? Coop paid 20K for it? That's wild. The venture. Dildo or Ricky? I really need to like have Coop help her put together a professional outfit. Because this is terrible. Oh my god, I thought I fixed her arms. That's embarrassing. Lawyer girl in the house. Yeah, I'll put my Discord link
So
in the
it's
chat.
kind of hard to say. We'll see what happens, I guess, in court.
Mhm.
I really hate this outfit. I did a terrible job, but it took so long to put together because I don't know how to dress fancy, you know? I think she just needs to wear heels. It's Smush's birthday. You have an event, staff event? Cool, cool.
Hey, Jenkins.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Cameron just called asking for Alpha, and I said I don't know if he's in, and she asked for your number. Are you okay with me giving her your number?
Yeah. She can
Okay.
call. She should
Alright.
have to see it or whatever. But yeah.
She's suspended. She doesn't have MVT.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
She just her character is that she doesn't enjoy wearing heels, but there's no good fancy shoes besides heels, you know? So I think we'll just have to cave. Change the shirt color. What color do you think? So I think green goes well with her hair. But I also can't dress her, so.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Roxy.
What's up, Roxy?
How's it going? Hello.
But then again,
Oh, you look so studious today, Aoife.
you know, I kind of hate this outfit. I think I'm gonna have to pay Cooper to help me figure out how to dress fancy because it's like I really did try to put together an outfit, but I don't think it went too well.
You look very serious.
Ladies, how are y'all?
Good, how are
Doing
you?
I'm doing all right.
Salmon pink. Jordans are professional.
Y'all in the law school?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What are y'all attending law school for?
Knowledge,
No,
you
you're-
know? Drinking,
gonna-
that's cool.
I see that.
Gotta get through these next 2 hours somehow.
I can understand a little bit.
Alright,
Yeah, I just felt like I was doing the same four things, so I wanted to do something different.
I didn't even
Yeah,
clock in.
that's
So
understandable.
let's see.
Yeah, being a lawyer
talking
is
about
definitely
panics.
got something different
Yeah,
every
definitely
day. I can say that.
preventative than
Mm-hmm.
Clients keep you on your toes at all times.
Wow.
I bet.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, you.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry. Sorry. My bad.
damn! All I said
My
was,
bad.
"Hey, you."
My bad. My bad. I was in my head checking some other things out. You know.
His
gotta
face is so
Uh-huh,
disturbing. I'm not gonna lie.
Your Honor, I'd like to create a civil suit, please.
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's
kidding.
fine. Throw me in jail. Screw it.
Oh
Got
no,
else
it's
to
just
do right now.
pain and suffering. $35,000.
Hey, Frau.
Well, okay. Now that's
My
a problem.
private DM. Is this a secret unless
The
anyone
what's
can
going on?
read?
Don't worry.
I mean, I'm still waiting for my check from doing the paralegal
Yeah,
stuff
you
for
can
the
just
DA,
DM me
so,
through my Discord,
yeah,
I
I'm
think,
not
if you
holding my
click
breath on
on
that one.
my name on the right.
Oh, maybe you should come join a law
And
firm.
you can
that
just
actually
message
makes
me
money instead
there.
of loses it.
You know.
I'm kidding.
Well.
So I think I have
just
DMs for
between
the
How are
server
you,
turn
Roxy?
on.
I'm okay, what about you?
Not
Yeah,
that far
not too
off,
bad,
you
not
know.
too bad.
Yeah, no, I
Yep.
understand. So,
I'm seeing things that I don't like, and yep.
yeah, hey, you know what?
Maybe we could talk a little bit after I get done with school today or something. If you're gonna be around in city or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I will. Jeez. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Hey, Mr. Johnson, what's up? Just up here at the courthouse.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, another one. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, thank you.
Most of the time, no. I think usually they don't take pro bono cases, but I think Aoife will not. Well, if she
Yeah,
ever
you can
ends
make
up opening her own
whatever you
practice,
want.
she won't
Might
charge
be
much.
careful there,
Yeah, 'cause
Mr.
I mean,
Commissioner.
it's good for you to sit in and hear some of
Why?
the conversations.
Just saw one of your fan
Get some
club
learning.
walk in and out.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why he has me here.
Hello.
You have nothing. Yeah, some of them will do a payment plan. I think Sunrise sometimes does payment plans.
You here for law school?
Yep, absolutely. All right, bye-bye.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your voice is
my
pony?
paralegal. Yeah, hey, you know, if you really want.
Thank you, Aoife.
We got a
It's kind of mean to spell check a man. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, might be something. I mean, ultimately,
Well, a
I
little
think my
horse is a pony,
goal,
is it not?
It's true.
Talking with
Mhm.
Cross and stuff beforehand was most likely going to be going into being a magistrate.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But
cool.
you know,
Roxy,
my time up
What's
Do you
up?
know
until
if
then,
do you know if there are
trying
any
to learn
like
some stuff and
professional
Yes,
shoes
is
that
there a
aren't
judge here?
heels?
Sorry to interrupt. Is there
Yeah,
a judge here?
there's a judge in the back office.
Back
there.
room? Okay.
Good question.
He
Probably.
had
They're
somebody
hard
back
to
there with
find,
him, but they
honestly.
couldn't,
I know, because the only ones I could find were
But,
the shoes I'm wearing right now, and they're
that's what
so
Or
we're-
like the
ugly.
loafers, you know?
Yeah, I hate loafers
Mhm.
as well.
Mhm.
Yep.
There's one pair of flats, but it makes my feet look so small.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
no, he's back there.
Yeah, they don't have good
Yeah.
like dress shoes options for
Mhm.
us girls in that
Not sure.
store, you
not
know?
too happy with what's going
Mhm.
on right there, right now.
What judges is it, Cross?
Yeah, no, I understand.
no,
I
it's
haven't
Owen
seen
back there.
I haven't seen Booth in a couple days. See you
Of
doing
course, it's
okay?
not Cross. Cross doesn't
I
ever
haven't
get in
talked
at the
to
very
him. I've been
beginning of
waiting to
Storm. Jesus.
Oh, I thought he had to do the class.
To address
Oh, he
my
does.
concerns, but
I swear, I don't know how he
Hmm.
can't ever get in.
Heard.
Better late than never.
Oh, hi,
But,
Cross.
Hey, Cross.
How's it going?
How you
Very
doing?
Hey, can
Did
I
you just
Pretty
summon
good.
a demon?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Did I hear my voice come out or my name come out of your mouth?
Because he was
He
talking
said he
about
wanted
it.
to put
Allegedly.
something of his in your mouth, I think.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
He said
no,
you're. He
no,
said
no,
you're
no,
the
no,
best
no.
dressed judge there is.
No, Cross, I was stating you're always on the train.
That's a
Run a
ridiculous
what?
thing to say. Judges just wear black robes.
He's always on
You're
the
in
train getting in
trouble.
here.
Well, I
Nah,
think
I
we
don't.
know who's going to be failing class today.
Go back to the room.
Okay.
Hold on. We're gonna have
Commissioner
we're gonna
Jenkins,
have a
can I
judge
meet you in the
ready.
press
If
room?
you want to meet with them out here
Me?
before you come back, yeah, just stay out here and they'll come up here.
How doing?
Hello.
Yeah, I don't have access to this door.
Nope.
Let me in.
Let me in.
no more.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh,
Open the
Donovan.
door.
Open the
Open the
door.
He has
Open the
a-
door. Oh.
He has a subpoena that needs approved or some shit like that.
Everyone in there sign feet.
Oh,
What time?
I picked a different
I'll be
seat.
Whoa.
teaching
Yes.
today.
What
All
happened
right,
to
Roxy, you
table?
got it.
Roxy, you're at the head. Yep.
Yeah.
Sending in subpoenas, but they didn't have a case.
All
Because
right,
we're gonna
let's fit.
subpoena your coffee.
So this
Yeah,
is the,
me too.
Yeah, so I
Fuck
told
I
my
them,
mean,
coffee.
I would more just subpoena your pizza dough of why it makes it.
like you have
I have to eat more to get full.
Well, they can.
Jesus,
they
I'm
can
gonna be a
subpoena
fat ass by the
someone's
time.
record, which is
The
the
coffee's
only
innocent.
thing that I've approved.
Oh yeah. What about eating burger shots, quadruple, quintuple, stacked heart attack?
I don't go there. I go to Pizza This. The only reason I go to Burger Shot is milkshakes because you don't
Maybe
have
go
any
to
good
Ooh,
drinks.
Get yourself some bento. You know
Wow,
what else
did-
pizza this
Well,
Did-
has?
can't
We
they
have
file
fruit.
Freedom of Information Act and get it anyway?
We
Ew,
got
who
bowls
wants
of
fruit?
We
Who
do.
wants fruit?
Oh, you got fruit
Yeah, we do.
now?
Well, we've always had it. You complaining
Is
out
it
here
not in there?
about the
I made one.
fucking nutrition and getting
Along
fat
with
and
body
shit?
cam
Well,
release form and
that's some
dash cam
fruit
release form.
fatty.
I didn't know you
Would a
had fruit.
pineapple kill you once in a while?
I love me some pineapple.
Hmm.
I like pina coladas.
Yeah.
And getting caught in the rain.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
definitely not into yoga.
They're
and I
really
probably
trying
have
hard to
half a
sit in these
brain.
chairs, but I don't think we can.
mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm sure you're all
That's gonna be
curious why I've
distracting
gathered
me.
you
If
here
we want
today.
to allow them to use
Actually,
the
go ahead and
subpoena
tell 'em.
and say that it's that FOIA, then
Alerkin. All
My
right,
name is
I have alert
Roxy, and I'm
command
an
if you want to use
alcoholic.
it. You don't have to though.
Hi, Roxy.
Hi, Roxy.
getting
Hello.
drunk in
Tell
class.
tell
Roxy?
us your
Hell yeah.
story.
If I gotta listen to you drone on for 2 hours, fuck
Oh.
yeah, I am.
Damn, see, that's worse than what I
Roxy.
said. I just said you get stuck on the train.
What's
I
up?
mean, technically, she was
Listen.
getting drunk before class.
What
but-
is
She was
drinking?
too.
Feel free to teach the class yourself.
Oh, I was trying,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just singing because I don't know anything about law.
Okay. Well, then you should probably keep your mouth shut.
Damn.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
All right, let me go grab a document real quick. Because everybody have a document or no?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
If you
do
need
not.
one, you know where they're at. They're
Yeah.
across the hall.
Yep.
Go grab one real quick and then meet me back.
Hey, girls.
What's up, Cyrus?
How are you?
Is he just talking about the
5,000 and
empty
I'll start
documents?
dancing on the tables, huh? Yeah. 5K and I'll start dancing on the tables.
Not sure I have 5K in my bank.
Oh, Aoife, don't do it.
I'll show him.
Just
Not
trying
you.
to support a fellow woman.
Here, I'll just give you one.
Girl power. Oh, am I in the way?
No,
Okay.
sorry. I just keep jumping on the table.
I know what that. Oh, yeah.
Only Clyde.
That's terrible.
All right, everybody got one.
Mhm.
I definitely
Yep.
looked away right away.
Listen,
don't
I
you
didn't know
wanna
it was gonna
know?
look that.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh.
So who
Pretty close.
we go to unrestricted documents. We're gonna go to.
That's not
I
what I
need
want.
to give me 1 second. I've gotta bring you guys on so y'all can see the DOJ documents. 1 sec. I don't know if this is gonna make you lose your job or not.
Don't do it.
Did hire
Don't
me
do it.
back.
Who here has a full-time job other than Roxy?
Aoife does.
Well, who's PD? Okay.
POC.
Yeah. So if you have the PD job, you can see all the documents. So
Yep,
I
yeah,
need.
okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
gonna
see all the
need-
documents, DOC.
Okay. So it's
I
just
just don't see the civilian, but I don't really need that for mine anyway.
yeah. And then Dalton, you're already with the DOJ, so you can see those documents. So let me
You can hire Aoife and then I'll hire her back.
If you're talking about like all the docket stuff, I can see that because Michael Scott took me on as an intern, so it doesn't get rid of your job, I don't think.
perfect. You can still see it.
Mhm.
So it looks like you're the only one, Roxy.
That's okay.
Okay.
Roxy,
All right.
fire.
So we are going to open our documents. I'm gonna go to restricted and job documents. Do you have one, Bill?
I don't think
1 second.
Oh wait, never mind. I can't see the restricted documents.
restricted documents. No, I don't see them.
Remember, turn your phone on vibrate or silent.
Okay. Try now. Close it out and reopen it. Who else can't see them besides Roxy?
You know what, Roxy? You make a point. I'm just gonna sit in my chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you say my coffee stinks while your chairs stink. I like them apples.
Well, you don't have to eat my chairs. I have to survive off your coffees. So
I didn't say your coffee. Well, I don't use your coffee,
said
but
that.
I said their pizza. Like their pizza dough
think
isn't
so.
as filling as it
oh
used
no,
to
the
be.
pizza's great,
Everyone
but the
just
coffee
hates
tastes
But
like
the
shit.
last week
Well, the
is
pizza's
finals,
great,
I
but you
think.
gotta eat like 3 slices now to get full.
All right, who else cannot see the documents right now?
But Roxy, I love your pizza.
In the restricted
Thank
documents.
you.
Yes, restricted. You can't see anything.
Yeah, I thought I could, but I
Okay.
can't.
1 second.
Oh, I can't sit in the chair and open the documents.
Okay, try now.
I'm still confused. Where is it?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Hold on. You have to have a physical document in your pocket. So give me a second. I'm gonna put one in here for you.
No, I don't.
Jenkins, we're going
I
in
know.
job
I'm putting
documents
one
under
for you. Go
restricted.
ahead and pick
All
that
right,
up.
Misfit.
What's up, old fart?
Oh shit, I do have one, but I didn't know what you meant.
Oh, you have one of those?
Move, bitch. I don't
Okay,
know.
well then put it back down because I need one.
Shit, that's Steven. Steven, you're back?
Here you go.
All right, so open it up.
Grab one, but,
Everybody can see restricted
Yes,
now,
sir.
yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's go there.
yes.
Job documents. We're going to ignore the IA stuff. That's not going to pertain to any of you anyway. Let's go with search warrant real quick.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and fill this out, put in your information, and put in random contact info. Put me as a person of interest. And put DOJ department. And then this extended information. So your likely call statement, what you're going to be looking for
Fine, which one are we filling?
is just your
Search.
PC for the search. Why? Yep. Go ahead. Somebody say something?
No, Jenkins was asking which document we're in.
Oh, search warrant. Yep.
What should I do on the person of interest?
Just do me. Put me in there.
GSF.
Yeah, whoever you want. Your premise is to be searched. So once we have houses and whatnot, you'll need the physical address of the house. So when you go up to the house, it'll give you some type of information. That's the information that you're going to be wanting to see. So from the judiciary standpoint, if it's not a physical location or property, then you cannot approve the warrant. Items to be seized. So if you put down, let's say we're looking for drugs, you've got to be specific to the drugs. You can't just say all drugs. So you got to put down specifically what you're searching for inside of that premises. So if you have evidence that they've been dealing with marijuana, you can put items to be seized, all marijuana contraband. In here, you can also put weapons, specific weapons, so not just all random weapons.
Can
So
you
if
do class 2, class 3?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So if you're doing your investigation and you have evidence to prove that they have class 3s, you can put in here in search of class 3s as well. Duration and time of the execution. This is really just to put it in writing how long it's going to take for this search warrant so that it's not a forever search warrant, right? So if you say just give us, 2 hours, then this search warrant is only valid for that time frame that you put in there. Your authority is basically the legal basis. So you're going to come back to penal code. So you'll say, vehicular, I don't know, drug charge, whatever. And every penal code has a just like a 3 or 4 digit code next to it. That's the statute code. You're going to put that in here. It's going to reference that law or whatever you say is broken. And that's going to be the legal basis for the search. So you're just listing out all the laws that have been broken,
Where
and
we
that's
at,
your
Cross?
authority.
I'm sorry.
We're going over search warrant.
Where's that located? Where can I find it?
Do you have a document in your hand?
In my hand, yes.
Okay, open it up. Go to job restricted documents.
And
Job
search warrant, you said?
documents. Yep, search warrant.
Got it. I
Hey,
see it
And we're
now,
just
thank you.
we're just putting in random stuff into here. We're just really going through each one. So you can fill it out if you like, or you can just understand each one is really what you need to do because this will be on the quiz.
Hey,
Okay,
Cross.
yeah, I just wanted
Yes.
to figure it out so I can follow along. Thank you.
What is the maximum time for duration that you can use?
We
Is it
don't
like
have
a
any.
day? Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any, but I'll refer you back to the Bill of Rights because there are certain stipulations, meaning you can't. I think we went over it Monday where you can't search vehicles within a 36-hour window. So you have to give them 36 hours before you can do it again.
Yeah.
So the laws would protect them in whatever duration you put in. So
Okay.
that's why we're not making any statutes on limitations for the time execution. No knock entry. So basically not telling them you're coming. So you've got to have a very good reason. And typically, officers can put in here things like, known felon, known to whatever, known to carry class 3s, evidence proving he's a huge danger to society. So if he knows you're coming, he's going to be prepared, right? Or she. So no knock entry, you've got to put this one. It probably has to be the most thorough put if you're an officer. And then if you're a judge and you're looking over this, you need to make sure that it all applies. And then from the law firm side, you're making sure that their laws aren't being infringed upon. So if they come to you, this search warrant has to be, somewhat, well, not somewhat, it's got to be given to the person. The person has to have the search warrant. So if it's a no-knock search warrant, you're still going to capture that person. So you have to know that they're in the city before you go search their houses or cars or whatnot. Let's see. Terms and agreements at the bottom, or terms and signing. The officer would fill this out and sign over here. And basically the information is notated in the MDT. So the DOJ is able to keep up with that a search warrant was signed, the warrant will be activated for whoever the person is, and then they go execute it. All right, questions on search warrants? What do we think the DA would be interested in for the search warrants? What information would they need from that? Would it be relevant to them?
Yeah.
Okay, how?
The charges and the weapons that were confiscated.
Right. So the prosecutor has already been informed of the charges that are potentially being pressed, because the prosecutors are the ones that press charges. So they're going to be the ones following up to make sure that the document is filled out 100%, because if not, it can come back on them as well, being the prosecutor. If they put in the wrong charges, let's say the officer puts in the wrong charges, the DA is unaware, and now the DA has to fight those charges in court. So he's going to be pretty pissed off if random charges are being added without his knowledge or her knowledge. So,
and to verify the items that were seized were the ones that are stated on the report.
Yeah, and that's more for law firms too. Let's say that you're the individual where your property is being searched and PD takes everything, right? That's obviously a breach from the search warrant. That's obviously a breach of your Bill of Rights, because they can only take illegal items. So there's multiple statutes that you could sue for civilly if you're a lawyer in this situation. Questions? Awesome. Let's go to
if that's not filled out properly, the DA couldn't use any evidence gathered from the search, correct?
Yeah. I mean, it just depends. There's certain scenarios, but yeah, you're right. That's the whole purpose of this search warrant, is just basically a legal document authorizing PD and the DA to activate whatever, bring people in. Let's go down to subpoena. What's a subpoena and what's it used for? Anybody know? Roxy?
Typically, a subpoena is used to
Hold on.
force...
I called on Roxy. Hold on.
Yeah, gotcha.
See if she knows. She's lounging over there. What's a
I
subpoena?
am leisuring.
What's a subpoena?
It's when it's like a demand for something.
Right. Can you give me examples in which you would use them? If you were a lawyer or...
Yeah. Requesting body cam footage.
Okay. What else could you fill out for body cam footage? Does anybody know?
Body
Not
cam
sure I
release
understand
form.
the question. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's a good one.
To be a
What
body
else?
cam release form.
Yep. There's a body
Can you
cam
read
release
that? I didn't
form.
hear.
What else can you fill out if you
Isn't it like
need
a
access
FOIA?
to a body cam?
Isn't it like a FOIA?
And what is that?
Freedom of
Exactly.
Information Act.
Yep. So you could fill out a body cam release form. You can subpoena the information, or you can fill out a Freedom of Information Act, which all body cams from all legal departments are public knowledge. None of them can be sealed unless a judge seals it from record. Does that make sense?
How long is the shelf life on those body cams? On that body cam footage?
It just depends on the case.
Okay.
So we're obviously not going to try a case that's more than a couple of weeks old, right? So.
And why would a judge seal something?
if there's information that could publicly harm someone, or if there's potential for defamation, if there's something that is conflicting in the body cam that the opposing side. So let's say you're a lawyer and you go to submit this. The civil department for the PD could motion to have the body cam sealed due to maybe putting his identity out to the public when the public has, maybe they're rioting right now or something, So there's
Doesn't-
certain stipulations. Yep.
Isn't it also if like there's police tactics or something on it, they can seal it
Mhm.
that way too?
Hey,
Yeah, and
Tony, hey,
if
Zach.
there's classified information on it, so if there's classified government information that, maybe there's an undercover operation that has been approved by the DOJ but is still actively ongoing, they would wait to release that until the investigation is complete, as to not basically put the officers' identities at risk to the public. It could also be to protect civilians too. So if there's something that is damaging to a civilian, they could seal it as well. Yep.
So question. How could we get around that? Could we propose for like a closed trial if they didn't want to release that information to the public? Because if that body cam footage has like crucial evidence
Mhm.
and they try to have that sealed, could we petition for like closed court?
Yes, but you could also petition for just those items to be blacked out. So you could still petition for the body cam because not the entire body cam, allegedly would be sealed.
Sensitive information.
You had to add that
sensitive
for you going
information.
missing
You
on the
could,
Discord call.
if the
Fair enough.
DA motions
I said
for
bye
that,
to
an
you
attorney
if
could
you
motion
weren't
to
there.
just
so you
have
don't get
certain
upset like
parts
Maine
of it
did the other
released
day.
that aren't classified, or whatever the
Okay.
reasoning for sealing it would be. But yeah, good questions.
Okay, thank you.
So subpoena, typically this is to get information about people. This is the whole reason why we have this here. And it's also used for civil cases. So if you need to summon someone to court and you want to open up a civil suit, so PD, you're probably going to see the subpoena quite often because lawyers are going to fill out a subpoena for summoning you to court or opening a case against you. You would basically be served with papers, basically stating that this is the reasons for the case, et cetera, et cetera. It could also be for questioning. So if you have a case that's pending and you're taking it to court and you have a key witness that you can't convince to come in, you could potentially get the court to grant a subpoena to have that person summoned to court, whether they want to be there or not. All right. So this one's pretty standard. That's why it's so small. Person of interest, contact information, items or information of
But
person
thanks
of
for
interest. So
saying bye.
if
Yeah,
an
no
attorney
worries.
wants a record on someone, they can submit a subpoena and subpoena the court to give them the public record of the individual. And the courts will basically look it up for them and give them the convictions listed for that individual. This could be for expungement hearings, etc. Typically, subpoenas are not allowed to be opened unless there's some type of pending case that is already active. So you can't just subpoena someone's
Yay.
body cam
Glad you had a good day.
for no reason. You could freedom of information for no reason, right? So you got to know which forms to use for what situations. So if you have questions, I can dive into that. Otherwise, we'll move to the next one. Comments, concerns? Very good. We'll close that out. Let's go through Garrity warnings. What is a Garrity warning? What the hell is that? And why is it utilized with the internal affairs?
So that would be letting a police officer or someone know that they are being investigated, right?
Sure, but not just that. The
Investigated by-
most important part of it is to tell them what.
I think everyone's doing well, Zach.
Not that they're being investigated, but
That they have
The-
rights that
rights
they're
and
allowed to-
responsibilities. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Garrity warnings, this was brought up. I forgot what state it was, but a guy named Garrity was being investigated for whatever internal affairs complaint, was provided no legal representation, even though the laws are stated. He didn't know that these laws, he had right to representation during an internal affairs case. His whole case was thrown out and everything because there was no, he didn't realize his rights. So this Garrity warning has to be read to anybody. And the reason why I bring this up, this is the only internal affairs you're probably going to go over, is because if you're a lawyer, you can represent a police officer during an internal affairs investigation, and they have the right to your legal counsel. If you see an officer approach you guys for an investigation, you're going to want to make sure that you also tell them they have to cooperate, right? So down there in the terms and signing, it's all confidential. So if anything it's not public information until the case is sealed, is done, right? It's submitted. Then it can be Freedom of Information Act for the public to pull and see how many internal affairs investigation officers had on them. So really important stuff in here. Not really too much for like a district attorney, but for law firms and for the PD civil, because you could be sued civilly if this isn't read prior to an investigation. So really important for both of you sides to know that. Questions on garrity warnings? Awesome. Just by chance, does anybody know who has had the most garrity warnings read to them?
Like in city?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be?
It's got to be Durant.
Officer
Correct.
Durant, right?
Correct.
That's fucking funny.
Fun fact, Durant has
Surprise,
had the most internal
surprise.
investigations. And they're all
Possibly
public.
ever.
They're all public.
He's got
so
a
I
good
can talk about that.
representative. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But he
I
never
know.
loses.
Let's see.
'Cause he's
Let's
got
go.
a
Let's go
great
over marriage
union rep.
certificate real quick. This one will be really brief. Obviously, everyone knows what a marriage certificate is. If people have been married in the past and do not have a marriage certificate, you as a lawyer should probably reach out to them and get them to fill one out. Otherwise, their marriage is not legal. It's not legally binding, which is going to be really important when it comes to
Cross,
taxes.
what about
once the city
divorce?
starts taxing.
Are we
Yep.
getting divorce certificates also then?
We are, but there's going to be stipulations on it too. Like, for instance, in my state, I talked about this with somebody, but in my state, you have to carry something
I
called,
believe it was Sunrise.
you've got to carry something called papers for 2 years prior to filing for divorce. So if you want to separate from your spouse, you've got to go file separation papers. You can separate, you can go your own way, but you've got to carry those papers for a minimum of 2 years before you can legally be divorced. Because what happens all the time? People work it out, they go back to their significant others, and then they didn't mean to get divorced, and they're going to try to annul it. So it's a whole mess. To prevent that, we're giving them, in my state, they give them 2 years to work it out. Marriage counseling sometimes is forced. So we're going to do something like that. That's why the document isn't in yet. We're going to do some type of like limitations to, like, you've got to wait at least 6 months before applying for a divorce once married. You've got to have separation papers for 3 months, something like that, because what we don't want is people just to be getting married and divorced, married and divorced, and married and divorced, it'd just be stupid. All right, so that one quick.
You need to find a counselor and make marriage counseling be a thing.
Hey, the EMS do have psych individuals as well, so maybe.
What about if the person is trying to get divorced and they're having a kid with another person already?
Oof, God, let's not dive into that. All right, retainer agreement.
Dun dun dun.
All right, retainer agreement. This one is for law firms. This basically is a legal binding contract with your client that tells them that they have to pay you for the services that you provide. That's really it. It protects them because you have to uphold your promises, which is under the legal services that you're providing. If you put in there that you're going to help them litigate a certain case and you enter all this information and then you don't help them, then you could be found at fault and they can sue your law firm for malpractice or whatever they want to come up with. There's a little clause in here that will help you out, though. Either party may terminate this agreement upon written notice. The client agrees to pay for all services, costs incurred up to termination date. So if someone doesn't want to be your client anymore, or you want to drop them as a client, you have to give them a notice in writing before you terminate them as a client. So really, really important on that one. You'll cost your law firm a lot of money if you come out of this class and do that. They'll be marching at my fucking door. How come you didn't teach them about the club? So really important. Take a look at that. Read all of these terms and signatures before you try to submit a document, okay? They're in there for a reason. I promise I didn't just scribble them in for no reason. Housing is coming up, so let's take a look at the deeds. Dynasty Real Estate. This is everybody knows what a deed to a house is, right? No questions there. This is going from the grantor's name to the grantee's name. You're basically going to put the exact information of the valuation, the warranty, property described, everything in there, and then you get a copy. So if something happens to your house, let's say that it's not really what you were sold, they could sue the realtor who got this from their law firm. So if you're representing realtors in the future, this document is very, very important, especially valuation and warranty. That property description, all three of those and extended information should be extremely detailed. You shouldn't leave out any information, otherwise you could open yourselves up to litigation. Okay. Perfect. Questions on the deeds? And you guys are doing great, flying through these. Name change forms. That's obvious. Someone wants to change their name. We don't allow people to change their names for no reason. So they have to give a heartfelt reason why the name is causing them trouble. Or if it was just a huge mistake, they're basically pleading just because we don't want to make it like a common practice, because this requires our Social Security Administration on the IT side to go through all these hoops just to change their name. Does that make sense? So if it's not a good reason, do not entertain the idea of changing their name. Make sure they have a very valid reason for a name change before you sign off on that. Yes.
Now, at DOJ, we've got Shino. Have you met him?
I have, yeah.
His government paperwork has his name misspelled.
Yeah.
Is this something that he could look into? Would that be a
He
reasonable...
could. Mike Alpha actually just
I
went
was going to
through
say
this.
Alpha just went through it.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
well, I was just
His name
curious
was
'cause I didn't-
Michael Alpha.
Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
Okay.
He was drunk when he typed it into the Social Security box. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, that kind of stuff. But you want to, there's got to be some background behind it. Like, what has this caused for him? What kind of pain and suffering has he experienced because his name has been misspelled due to whatever?
Sure. Absolutely.
Just go along with all that stuff. Temporary restraining orders. These are important. Who's seen a restraining order before? Okay. So it's an order from the courts. Maintain no contact for 14 days. If they violate this order, they're subject to a warrant, subject for being arrested. So this information would be given to both sides. If someone opens up a temporary restraining order on somebody, they would keep a copy, and then the attorney filing would have to hunt down the person responsible on the other side to give them a copy and let them know that they've been served for temporary restraining order approved by the DOJ. Again, description, it's not used for like spousal arguments. So if anybody knows what a restraining order is, it's got to be like a, let's say Nadia for her mechanic shop is being harassed by a group of people. There's no relationship between them. There's no brother, sister, there's no kinship, nothing linking her to that individual. Therefore, she is allowed to file a temporary restraining order against those individuals that she wants to keep out of her shop for 14 days.
Domestic abuse.
So domestic abuse is completely different. Those are handled on a case-by-case basis. So those would have to be proven before a judge would sign off on it. But what we don't want is just domestic disputes like, oh, he, called me a bitch, so I don't want to see him for 14 days. That's not what this is for.
Yeah.
But yeah, any type of violence really kind of negates the kinship rule. So keep that in mind. Questions on that? Perfect. All right, arrest warrant. Let's take a look at this real quick because this affects almost everybody in this room. If you're going to the DA side, going to whatever law firm, or if you're coming to the judiciary, this arrest warrant, or if you're a PD. So it's kind of like a search warrant, but it's really specific to the person. So you know how you guys activate a warrant in MDT?
Correct.
Currently, all you do is walk up with your tablet and say, Judge, I need this warrant and blah, blah, blah because of this. Now this needs to be filled out prior to us authorizing the warrant, because this warrant has to be given to the individual. They have to know why that they're being arrested. They have to know why that there is an arrest warrant out for them. It gives them an opportunity to turn themselves in instead of it being a manhunt, right? So
I thought that opening the documents would keep you from being AFK, but I guess not. I guess fucking not.